on backup plans, because I think backup plans give you, you know, you become complacent, you become comfortable, and I feel like you always got to be uncomfortable to a certain degree, especially if you want to achieve. And backup plans just remove that whole, it gives you a safety bubble, you know, like a mattress. But that doesn't mean I don't respect that. I don't respect, like, you know, when people come up to me and they're like, oh, if this fails, I got this. If that fails, I got this. I'm just like, that's cool, that's amazing. But now you're giving a chance for yourself to fail. You know, if you fail, you can just be like, oh, that, like, I've talked to people, they've literally changed their routes over and over again. And it's almost like starting from ground up, when I don't want to start from the ground up, I just want to add on. It's almost reckless, I know. Talking to the older generations, they almost lose their mind. It's like, what do you mean? Like, they're like, what, why? Growth isn't like a linear thing, you know? And I think that's why people have backup plans and stuff. They think you grow like this. If you reach your maximum, you can just be like, oh, I gave it my all, then I could go fall off into this other aspect, when really it's like the most unpredictable, tumbling down, getting back up, tumbling back down, and like just pulling yourself up, slugging yourself through all this. It allows you to, you know, achieve so much more than just being able to just, nah, I'm done, let's move on, you know? When I first started, I literally had no one. And it was just people non-stop in the music scene that were just like holding me out almost. So my whole mindset changed from, these people can't help me, therefore I will create my own destiny, my own platform. I scrapped everything. I locked myself away. I became a hermit for years and years and years, and just made beats. Now when people say, oh, like, how did you get to this point of being like a music producer? How did you? I'm just like, man, you gotta focus on yourself. Even though at times it feels like it's you against the world, stay true to yourself. I doubted myself so many times at the beginning, but I reached a point where the people around me pick me up. Like the moment I'm just like, maybe, they're like, nah, what the fuck do you mean maybe? You know, like, you've done all this. People are already, like, you already got your radio play. Your stuff has already been listening to, like, by Denzel's friends, like Denzel Curry. Like, it's just the craziest things. And like the people we listen to now, like, reaching out, like, that was like the elimination of like the downs. When you start anything, you're gonna have to physically pick yourself up, but that shouldn't defer you away from your goals, because there's gonna come a time that you no longer have to pick yourself up. Your workload will do that for you. Everything you've done before will pick you up. You can look back, you can be like, damn, at one point I was grinding every single day. You know, like, me quitting now would almost be disrespectful to my prior self. So yeah. I would say it's all gonna be okay. Like, no matter how bad it seems at the time, it's only almost the smallest fraction of what's to come, you know? Even now, I know everything I'm experiencing is barely the tip of the iceberg. Barely. There's so much more that's coming, and that gives me hope, you know? Because listening to myself 3 years ago, I'm like, yo, this is good, you know? But like 3 years prior to that, I was like, this is not that good. You know, but like the growth has been so exponential that like I could actually now get inspired by my old self, which is crazy. And I'll tell my old self, like, keep grinding, because what you're doing right now is gonna inspire your future self. So I would say disconnect, if anything. I'll tell myself to physically let it go. Let go of music. Because what people think, they think you do 10,000 hours, you make it in that field. You know what I mean? They never tell you it's how you use those 10,000 hours. Like, I could do 10,000 hours of music, but if I'm working on the snare drum, my snares would sound dope, but then that's all I'll have. Like, it's understanding that when lows come, you need to inspire yourself, right? Look at other mediums, leave, talk, live life, experience shit. You know, I think that's where people fall off. They think, oh, I'm down, therefore I need to go harder. Nah, take it so easy, it's almost like you're not doing anything. Almost like go love someone, do something, hold someone, you know what I mean? Do something so disconnected from music that it's like, nah, I can come back and